Caitlin Clark has been a name that echoes loud in the basketball corridors of Iowa, but recently her buzz reached across the Atlantic. Leaked footage emerged showing Clark playing in Europe, leaving WNBA fans and basketball enthusiasts wide-eyed and talking like never before. Clark, already a spectacle on American courts, is now crossing borders and stirring up discussions that transcend her usual accolades. The footage of her playing overseas has sparked not just a curiosity, but genuine excitement and disbelief among fans who are accustomed to seeing her lighted up in college games and international competitions. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Clark, for those who somehow missed it, is not your average point guard. She's been redefining what it means to play the position with a flair that makes highlight reels look like her personal mixtape. Her passes don't just find their target, they arrive on a platter. And if there's one thing the Iowa native has shown time and again, it's that a little distance doesn't scare her when she's pulling up for a shot. Her deep threes come with a level of confidence that could easily be mistaken for audacity if it weren't so reliably accurate. The leaked footage didn't appear staged or planned. Rather, it seemed to capture Clark doing what she does best, reading the game as if she wrote it herself and making plays that no one else in the gym even saw coming. It wasn't just the fans who were in awe. Players and coaches alike were shown reacting in real time to her moves, with looks ranging from admiration to that dawning realization of, did she just do that? It's one thing to watch an athlete play well within their league, but to see them cross into an entirely different environment and still dominate is a whole new ballgame. The footage showed Clark playing against European professionals, players with years of experience, people who have been in the game and know all the tricks. But there was Clark, handling the ball like a odor rent, moving with a poise that makes chaos look like choreographed art. She played with a casualness that almost made it look like she was running through drills, all while European defenders did their best to contain her. The phrase, "she was in her bag," doesn't quite do it justice. She brought the whole luggage set. Fans were quick to dissect every frame of the video, and it wasn't long before comparisons started flying around social media. Some were calling her the female Steph Curry, an understandable parallel given her seemingly limitless range. Others saw shades of Luka Doncic in her footwork and passing, combining finesse with an instinct for creating space where none exists. It's a heady mix, and yet what makes Clark so thrilling to watch is how distinctly she carries herself on the court. She's not out there to mimic someone else. She's creating a brand of basketball that's distinctly her own. WNBA fans are a passionate bunch, and they have a knack for recognizing talent. It's part of why the reaction to this footage has been so intense. Seeing Clark not just play, but thrive in a European setting makes the prospect of her future WNBA career all the more tantalizing. It's almost as if the footage acted as a preview, a trailer for what's to come once she inevitably makes the leap to the professional league. And if this was a preview, well, people are buying tickets in advance. Clark's game isn't built on brute force or sheer athleticism, although she certainly has enough of the latter to hold her own. Her appeal is in the nuances, the deceptive looks, the no-look passes that seem to mock the entire concept of defense, and the quiet way she dismantles an opponent's strategy without making it look like she's even trying. There's a certain joy in her style of play that makes it impossible to look away, a joy that transcends court lines and borders. What caught many people off guard was the way she handled the European style of play. Traditionally, European basketball is known for its emphasis on team-oriented tactics, spacing, and more disciplined defensive schemes. But in the footage, Clark seemed to adapt and thrive, not by compromising her own approach but by leaning into it even harder. Where others might have hesitated, she accelerated, finding those small moments of opportunity and turning them into highlight-worthy plays. Humorously enough, there was one moment in the footage that had fans buzzing even more than her three-point shooting. Clark, with a grin on her face, pulled off an exaggerated crossover that sent her defender not just in the wrong direction, but seemingly out of the frame entirely. When she completed the move with a step-back jumper that splashed through the net, it wasn't just a point on the scoreboard, it was a statement. It was a reminder that she's got a sense of humor and knows how to have fun with the game while keeping things serious. The excitement generated by this footage speaks volumes about the state of women's basketball. Clark's growing popularity and influence have come at a time when the sport is experiencing a surge in viewership and fan engagement. The leaked video is a microcosm of a larger narrative, a game in transition, players in transition, and fans eager to see how it all unfolds. The footage doesn't just hint at Clark's potential. It reinforces the notion that the future of basketball is here, and it's ready to cross oceans. For a player as young as Clark to elicit this kind of reaction speaks to her appeal beyond just her stats. She's a showstopper, but more importantly, she's a player who draws people in because of how she plays, not just what she scores. Even in a new environment, her on-court charisma translated effortlessly. Her ability to control the game, the pace, and even the emotions of those watching is something that transcends statistics. It's almost as if she's playing a game within the game, setting up defenders for moves she hasn't even thought of yet, but already knows she can execute. Clark's rise isn't surprising to those who have followed her career closely. Even in high school, she was known for her scoring, her passing, and her competitive spirit that bordered on ruthless. She didn't just want to win, she wanted to leave her mark. That same energy has carried through to her college career, where she's shattered records and left opposing coaches scrambling for answers. Yet, despite all the praise, Clark hasn't lost her sense of playfulness or her hunger for pushing boundaries. It's this combination of talent, adaptability, and charisma that makes her such an intriguing figure in basketball. Leaked footage or not, Caitlin Clark has been steadily building a case for herself as one of the most compelling young players in the sport. Her journey isn't one that follows a straight line. It's filled with unexpected pivots and subtle changes in direction, much like her moods on the court. And if this footage is any indication, she's not just ready for the next step, she's already taking it. One of the key takeaways from this leaked video is the broader implication for the WNBA. As fans clamor for new faces and dynamic players, Clark represents the kind of talent that can not only elevate the league but also broaden its appeal globally. Her style is flashy but not gimmicky, fundamentally sound yet consistently entertaining. If the footage is anything to go by, she's already proving she can handle playing at a high level internationally. It's only a matter of time before she brings that same energy to the WNBA. But the most telling reaction to the footage came from her fellow players and coaches. Whether in hushed praise or outright astonishment, there was a clear sense that Clark's abilities are becoming more widely recognized, even among seasoned professionals. It's not just the fans who are excited, it's the people who know the game best. And that's a significant seal of approval. Clark's foray into Europe, however brief, feels like the beginning of a new chapter. The footage didn't need fancy editing or promotional hype to create waves. All it took was Clark being herself, playing the game the way she knows how, and the reactions followed. It's a testament to the simplicity of what makes great basketball so captivating. Talent meeting opportunity in a way that feels both inevitable and surprising. The footage also sparked debates about where Clark would fit in among the WNBA's current stars. Some fans speculated about potential rivalries, while others imagined the kind of high-scoring battles she could have with existing marquee players. Yet amid all the hypothetical scenarios, there's an underlying recognition that Clark isn't just another prospect. She's the kind of player who can redefine expectations. And that's a thrilling thought for a sport that thrives on unpredictability. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.